about this topic of debt and savings, I get a little bit overwhelmed because they are two huge parts of our total money picture, right? And when you get overwhelmed, oftentimes we just don't end up taking action. We get stuck, right? So I think one of the biggest mistakes people make is they get stuck in that overwhelm. They don't work on repaying their debt or making a plan to repay their debt, and they're not saving. And what happens is when you're stuck and you're having analysis paralysis, you're just not moving you're not moving that needle forward as you need to do by either repaying some debt or adding to your savings. And so today we're going to talk about this very, very important topic, because if you feel stuck, you're not alone. It's a very common feeling, and all three of us have been there in different ways at different times. So let's dive into a conversation about debt and savings.
Thanks, Sybil. This question of do I pay down my debt or do I build up my savings is one of the most popular questions that I get. I know I've shared that on previous podcast episodes as well. And I have a couple of just kind of findings that I've come across when I work with clients. One of the things is if you have a work retirement plan that provides you with a match, that is a really powerful work perk to take advantage of, because you're getting free money. So that would be a situation where you might want to prioritize savings just so that you're taking advantage of that benefit that you have available to you. The other thing is sometimes people worry that they want to save and the amount that they're able to save is very little. And I always say, just get started, even if it's $25. Just the key thing is that you're building this habit of saving, and you can always increase the amount later. And the nice thing is when you start saving over time, you won't even notice that that amount is gone. It becomes completely normal. And sometimes people that with larger amounts of debt, they feel really defeated because they worry that they're not able to save anything. Their debt is really the number one priority that they have in their life. And that's okay, because paying down debt is a form of savings. You are saving yourself future interest. You are, you're increasing your overall net worth by reducing the debt that you have. So that is still a great goal to work towards. So I just wanted to kind of share those three tidbits that come up fairly often.
Yeah, thank you, Marilee. That first one about company match, a lot of times people don't realize how amazing of an opportunity for savings and investing that can be. Another thing that you made me think of with that is that my husband's company pays into an HSA, and health savings account here in the United States, and that is the most tax advantage account you can get. It's triple tax advantage. So by having a high deductible healthcare plan, his school district actually puts $500 a month into our HSA. And the great thing about that is I can invest that money, and so it grows. And then you can spend that money now if you need to, or you can spend it at any time in the future. But watch out for that too. Like, check out your company's benefits really, really well. Because there are sometimes things like that in there that you don't realize how much that can really help you save. That $500 a month is really growing in the stock market. And so that's saving without, me contributing things each month, right? That's on top of his salary. But if we had not really investigated and started with a different insurance plan, we wouldn't have that money growing in our HSA.
I think it's important to remember that companies consider that as part of our compensation. So when our salary is $50,000, like we often just think about the dollars that are coming, right? But we forget that the cost of insurance, money they're contributing as a match to our retirement plan, all of that is also considered compensation. So if you don't take advantage of that, you're literally leaving money on the table. There's free money available to you if you just take advantage of it. And to go back to what we always bring it back to, don't be afraid to ask questions. If you're like, HSA, what is that? How do I know if I have one? Company match, what is that? How do I know if I have company match? Just ask. If you have a larger company, you'll have a human resources department, and they will be able to answer these questions for you. Just shoot them an email or stop by their office and say, I need some help. I have some questions. They are happy to help you with that, and happy to help you take advantage of those elements of your compensation. So don't leave money on the table, because to Marilee's point, this is money that you actually are saving without even thinking about it. It's just coming out of your check. It's going into that savings. So it kind of helps with that guilt piece of, I'm so focused on debt, I'm not saving, but you actually are saving. It's just in the background. And so I think that's really important to make sure we're taking advantage of that.
It's a great best practice to also look at your work perks that you get. So the different benefits, the different matches, at least once a year, to see if there's anything new, to see if there's anything that you could increase. So you might be saving for retirement. Maybe you bump that up 1%. If you're getting a raise, so getting ahead of increases in income and directing some of that to savings is kind of another easier tactic, because you're not used to having that higher income amount yet. If you are proactive and direct a part of it to savings before it even hits your first paycheck.